I'm Theo Bark from AOL Music, and I'm here with Chamillionaire. Cam, is Charlie Sheen winning?
Charlie Sheen is definitely winning. He's like the new hot man right now, man.
So is that why you made the song?
Yeah, I was actually had a different hook on a song that I released recently off of my website, and I was talking to Killer Mike's people, and I was like, man, you think y'all would trip if I put Charlie Sheen in the hook? And they were like, nah, let's do it. And then next thing I know, I just put it out, kind of just to capitalize on a moment, you know.
What was your reaction when you saw the first Charlie Sheen footage?
I'll be honest, man. I've never watched none of his shows, you know, but I thought the interviews were epic, you know what I mean? But I will say that it's crazy that America is, like, making a joke out of it. You know, a lot of people in the past have done things, I think, a little bit less, you know, as bad, and they're not getting praised like that. So it's kind of crazy.
Right. So tell us about your new record.
Well, right now I'm working on this series called Playlist Poison, right, where I'll release a whole bunch of music up until this real project. And the reason why I decided to do that is because I recently got off of Universal Records, and I felt like, you know, with the politics with the major record company, it was so much back and forth, and, you know, a couple years pass and there's no project out. I feel like you have to reintroduce yourself to people. I have to remind people why I'm dope. So I plan to leak a whole bunch of records leading up to a project. And when the project comes out, none of these records will be on there. It's going to be a whole new project, but all the records along the way will make you feel like, okay, I understand, and I remember why Chamillionaire is dope. So Playlist Poison is that project. It'll be a proper album. It's coming out a little later. Right now I'm just releasing Playlist Poison leaks.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what exactly happened with Venom and Universal?
With Universal, it was like, you know, you hear this story from a lot of artists. You know, recently you've heard Lupe and other artists complaining about their labels, and it's always this creative struggle that you have with them. You get in there, and you know, you work so hard to get to the major labels, and you do everything your way, and they say they're going to help you push your vision, and then when success comes, everybody comes in and tries to change your vision to their vision. And that kind of made me be like, you know, kind of just, it just didn't gel well, you know, so I decided to negotiate to get off of Universal, and for like a year plus I wasn't putting out no music because I felt like if I was putting a lot of stuff into the marketplace and it was really hot, I don't think Universal would have let me go. So the best thing I could do is just kind of play dead, play possum, and that's what I did, and they let me go. So there will be no Venom project. When I got off, they told me I couldn't release none of the material, I couldn't release a beat, I couldn't use a photograph, nothing. So it's pretty much starting over, but I feel like I'm a creator and I can create easily, you know?
That's such an interesting thing for them to do because it seems like everyone loses the fans and then prospective artists. You know, why would you want to sign to the label if your art might never come out?
Yeah, man, I think that's kind of the struggle, man. It's about money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Labels want to make money, and they do what they think makes money. So if Justin Bieber puts out a song and it makes a lot of money, then they tell artists like me to make Justin Bieber songs, and that's the problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? I might not make a record that goes to #1 every time like Justin Bieber, but I have to make something that my fans think is authentic, or it won't work, you know? And that's what they don't understand. It's kind of like you can't put that on paper.
Well, it's kind of interesting, too, because you're an entrepreneur. You have your own company. Yeah. And so it seems like it's probably high time for you to be releasing your own record.
Yeah.
So how do things change releasing your album independently?
Well, I don't plan to do things the traditional way, man. You know, I've been kind of researching for the past year, man, thinking about different ways to do this and just ways to get directly to fans, you know. May not be the most popular way, but I think there's a lot of ways to make money nowadays with social media being as, you know, big as it is. And I think that the traditional model is just dying, man. And it is like major labels are this big machine that force people, like, you have to buy our records, you have to buy it this way. But if I gave you like 20 CDs right now, you'd feel like a hoarder. It's like it's too much. You want the music, but you just don't want the CDs. So I'm trying to find good partnerships and ways to put the music out in ways that they want it. You know what I mean? You know, I don't see kids like complaining about John Madden. You know what I mean? It comes on a CD, but they like the game. You know what I mean? So, and they like the music. So it's just trying to find good partnerships.
That's interesting. Okay, yeah. And tell us about your do you still have the tour bus company? And
oh, man. Honestly, nowadays, man, I'm kind of lighting up on a lot of that stuff, man.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, in this economy, it's kind of like, you know, I did a car shop for a while, and now it's kind of just focusing on a couple things. I'm focusing on tech really, really heavy. I got some companies that I'm, you know, advising for and doing a lot with, and then the music, you know what I mean? And that's still taking me a lot of places. I've recently toured to Brazil and Dubai and all these places. And, you know,
where are you going next?
On Monday, I'm going to Iraq and Kuwait. So, you know, not a lot of rappers can say they're going to Iraq and Kuwait to tour, you know. So
yeah, that's pretty wild. Can you tell us about that?
The military reached out to me and wanted me to come and do a military-based tour because there's a lot of there's a lot of people that are still on the bases over there. You know what I mean? I think there's over 50,000 just in one area. And they want me to come over there. I'm flying a Black Hawk. I'm going to be with the general, and I'm going to go to each individual base and tour and just, kind of uplift their spirits because people often forget about them, and artists a lot of times are a little bit scared to go over there. So I've been a person that's actually done a lot of military stuff within the States. I've been to Fort Hood and other places, and now it's time to take that global and go international because there's a lot of people from Texas and just the South that have been deployed to these bases, and they're big fans. So, we're going to do something real for them,
Yeah, it's a really cool opportunity.
Yeah. They don't ask everybody to do that, so I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I just love being in a position nowadays where I can control my own destiny, still can reach out to my fans, still can do interviews like this, and still be, doing what I love is making music,
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having me, man.
Sure. Theo Bark with AOL Music. Thanks for watching.
The first day I saw your face, reminiscing about those good old days.